Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Excited to get into today's Cabral HouseCall, the first of two this weekend and every weekend. Answering about 5 to 6 of our community's questions every Saturday and every Sunday. So these questions literally come in from you just at stephencabral.com/askcabral. And as I always share with you that they are answered truthfully, unedited in the form that they come in. So I do love being able to see these questions every Saturday and Sunday and just answer these questions for you. What I do always like to share at the beginning of these shows, because I know a lot of people are new to the Cabral concept, I highly recommend simply going to stephencabral.com/podcasts and using the search box and then typing in your particular keyword. And the reason I say that is just simply that you'll get your answer 8 to 12 weeks sooner than if you were to wait for me to answer it live on the show. So that's it. And then also, if you can't find a show, it probably has been answered, honestly. And you can just ask at cabralsupportgroup.com and we will find that show for you. But without further ado, let's dive into today's show. This is episode 2864. So if you'd like to follow along, head on over to stephencabral.com/2864. You can read along with the questions. And of course, while you're over there, if you haven't already, pick up your free copy of The Rain Barrel Effect. All right. Marina is up first. Marina says, "Hi, Dr. Ball. I'm after some help for my sleep. I fall asleep easily around 9:30, but I wake up around 2 to 3 a.m. unable to sleep. I do know that my cortisol is super high all day. I've cut back on intense exercise, 1 espresso a day around 10 a.m., meditation for 15 to 20 minutes, breathing 5 to 10 minutes a day. I'm not noticing positive effects. I'm stuck in sympathetic mode. Any tips? Thank you." Yeah, absolutely. So, sleep is a big part of what we specialize in. If you read The Rain Barrel Effect, again, it's free. You just pay for the shipping. And you're going to get a sleep-based protocol right in there. You can go to stephencabral.com/shop and run the stress, mood, and metabolism test. That will actually give you a cortisol throughout the day, and it will give you all of your hormones, thyroid, etc. So you can run that. You can run the sleep and stress test. Or you can just begin a protocol. And the protocol, you absolutely do want to do the resonance breathing or the box breathing, meditation closer to bed. Listen to my podcast on the 3-2-1 sleep formula. Please check that out at stephencabral.com/podcast. That's going to give you the formula that I recommend for winding down before bed, when to stop eating, when to stop drinking, when to take your supplements, and when to eliminate blue light. And then you can also use the sleep health protocol at stephencabral.com/shop as well. That's magnesium, that's adrenal soothe, that helps calm cortisol with ashwagandha, phosphoserine, L-theanine, and much more. And it also has the liquid melatonin, which is the non-groggy. And then after using that for about 6 to 12 weeks, you can begin to wean down and just see what do you need in order to maintain. All right. So that's how we recommend. That's just obviously just the basics. I also have about 50 podcasts just on sleep, and those are all free as well. And those are at stephencabral.com/podcast. So lots of help. And Marina, we can absolutely fix this. All sleep issues should be able to be fixed within about 6 to 12 weeks. All right. And that was a big part of my healing. That's for sure. So Megan's up next. "Hey, Dr. C. Firstly, sharing." Let's start from the top on me. "Hey, Dr. C. Firstly, sharing in total gratitude for you, your passion, dedication, and genuine care for your community. Thank you for all you do." Thank you, Megan. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. "My question today that I couldn't find when I searched was on grounding bed sheets. Grounding is a hot topic, but in modern lifestyle, it's always easy to spend time barefoot in the grass each day, and it makes sense to be able to be grounded while sleeping as long as it's low EMFs. There are different types that you plug in and others that you don't. Wanted to get your thoughts." So yes, and I have a podcast on this. It's called Earthing, and it is with and grounding, and it is with the founder who's been doing this for like 30 to 40 years. And so it is something that I recommend. I'm absolutely for it, especially if you live on a 16th floor apartment building like I used to in Boston. I think it can absolutely make sense. So yes, and I use the one that you plug in for the grounding, and that's at stephencabral.com/resources. And then you'll be able to find the podcast on this. It was actually an interview. So I did interviews a few years back I would love to hear from all of you. Do you want me to start doing interviews with guest experts in their field in 2024? Because I'm thinking about it. And if you're interested, let me know. I would love to hear from you. So if we just go to stephencabral.com and we click on podcasts, and then we go to the right-hand column, it will say Conversations with Cabral. Those are all my interviews. And then if we just kind of scroll through these, let me just see if I can find it real quick. There it is, right there, 1945. So it says, Why Grounding Has the Power to Transform Your Health with Clint Ober. So if you go to stephencabral.com/1945, you will find that show, Megan. All right, Anonymous is up next. Hello, Dr. Ball. Could you please detail what is the best workout for women with PCOS and the best time of the day to exercise to improve insulin sensitivity and reduce cortisol, inflammation, and testosterone? I'm 29 and I have lean PCOS. I heard that I should avoid exercise that increases my cortisol. For example, HIIT, CrossFit, anything that increases my heart rate too much. My PCP also recommended I stop lifting heavy weights. She said this could increase my testosterone. Could I keep lifting heavy just as long as I slow down and give myself enough time to keep my heart rate low and steady? I don't want to give up my gains. I don't need crazy exercise classes, but I don't want to restrict myself to only do yoga, walking, or very lightweight training. Please help. Thank you. Okay, I'm happy to help on this. So we work with thousands of women with PCOS. So in my opinion, it is really difficult to know why you have PCOS without running the Big Five, or at the very least, the starter kit plus the stress, mood, and metabolism test. You want to look at, okay, do you have imbalanced blood sugar, high levels of insulin, elevated evening cortisol, low thyroid, elevated testosterone, estrogen dominance, low vitamin D? So if we don't know and we're just trying to work on all of them, okay, we can do that. There's no doubt about it. We can do that. We can work on all of them. But I just prefer to get people a customized plan. It's so difficult to heal if you don't know the underlying root causes, and PCOS has about a dozen of them, and we just went through about 6 of them right there. So, because there's gut issues, there's improper levels of omega-6s to omega-3s. I actually have a lot of shows on PCOS. So you can also search that at stephencabral.com/podcast. Just type in PCOS. I have PCOS and workouts, so you name it, I've got it. So you're right. So here's a couple things. Conventional medicine is always just going to say, just stop everything. Like they just have a very black and white approach. That's not how, that's not the best way to heal for sure. So you do want to continue to exercise, but I do agree that it shouldn't be HIIT workouts. It shouldn't be overstrenuous. That goes for anybody with elevated cortisol or low thyroid or even estrogen dominance. So what we need to do is this. We probably don't want to do fasted exercise, but we can exercise mid-morning or mid-afternoon. That seems to work excellent with my female clients with PCOS. And we don't want to overdo it, going to failure, creating high levels of stress for now. But we should be able to rebalance PCOS within 3 to 6 months. I firmly believe that. Then after that, you're weaning down on certain protocols. You're relying a little bit heavier on the lifestyle. You've dialed in your deep sleep and your REM sleep, because it's not just about exercise, right? I mean, this exercise is just one part of it. Remember, if you haven't read The Rain Barrel Effect, please check that out. It's diet, exercise, stress reduction, toxin removal. It is rest, emotional-based balance, scientifically backed supplements, and a success mindset. So it's 8 parts. And if you don't have to rely on just one, well, then you don't have to be perfect. You can actually look at all eight rebalance the body. Low inflammatory diet, keeping blood sugar balanced, exercising but not overdoing it, getting your steps in instead of crazy cardio, all of that. But yeah, I don't recommend giving up workouts. I mean, I would definitely continue to work out probably every other day, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can do some steps. You can do some light cardio in between days. You can do some sauna. All of those things would be fantastic. All right. Carol Ann's up next. Thank you for helping us with your podcast. I've learned so much. Thank you, Carol Ann. Appreciate that. I would like your advice as to which blue light blocking filters for TV to buy. They are widely available now, even on Amazon, but I need help sorting through which really helps for the value. I'm working on improving sleep with blue light blocking, as blue light can prevent melatonin from being produced. Thank you. Yes, 100% agree with you. This is what I do. So on your phone and many of the new smart TVs, they actually have a blue light filter. So you can set it based on the time of the year if you want, or just after 6 p.m., then the night mode or the blue light mode is going to go on, a blue light filter for the TV or for your phone. If you don't have that, which one of my TVs, we have 2 TVs, and they get very little use in general. However, my wife and I go through periods of time where we love watching documentaries, or our new favorite, show is on that happens, seems like only once a season, which is unfortunate because I do like to unwind and just relax with my wife on the couch, for an hour before bed. But what I do during those times is I just put on blue blocking glasses. I find it much easier because I don't want to filter out the blue light during the day. Again, the only time I would ever watch TV during the day is I love to watch football, American football. And I like to watch the Patriots, even though they're not very good lately. But we had 20 years, so I can't complain if they've got a few years of rebuilding here. But that's about it on Sunday. And so the thing is, though, you don't always need to take off blue light. Like blue light during the day, especially in the AM, is not bad for you. So what I would say is this. Your laptop, your TV, your phone, most of all the new ones come with blue light filtering devices for the evening. If not, I recommend getting a pair of blue light blocking glasses, and that will help filter out the blue lights, turn down the lights in the home, put on amber lights like salt lights if needed, or salt lamps, and that's how I would do it, okay? But again, there are great ones on Amazon. I know what you're saying. They fit your TV perfect. Most of them are excellent, and you just have to decide how much of the blue light you're filtering out. Typically, if you filter out 100%, it's hard to watch the TV. It really is. Because I have red blue light blocking glasses. You can find them at stephencabral.com/resources, and they'll block out basically 99% of all blue light. And it's not easy to see with them. So usually you're going with 90 to 95% blue light blocking. Hopefully that was helpful, Carol Ann. All right, Carol Ann, looks like you have another question. Hi, Dr. C. Thank you for teaching me healthcare info on your podcast. You made a real impact. I have breast cancer screening question. For many years, mammograms were recommended, where radiation is used to make an image to screen for breast tumors. Now there's a movement to use sonograms to screen the breast instead. This seems to be a safer plan, but I can't find any studies comparing these options. One company that uses this is HerScan. Is this reasonable or a bad plan? Okay, so I don't know HerScan, but I'll tell you what I recommend. I wish that my clients that were 60 plus, 65 plus wouldn't do so many mammograms. Again, I'm not giving medical advice, medical treatment plans, medical cures, medical diagnosis, but the radiation is a lot. It really is. Now, having said that, there are new mammogram scanners that have already come out that are like 1/50th the amount of radiation. However, they're not available widely right now. They're not available in all hospitals. I am a big advocate of a torso or a full body MRI. I know it's pay out of pocket right now, but in the future, they'll be covered by health insurance. I really believe that. Okay, that's my first. My second is thermography. So you're getting a heat map essentially of the body, or just the breast tissue if you'd like, to look for areas that may be questionable. And then if there's something questionable, you may do a sonogram, or you may decide to have a mammogram. And if you're going to do a mammogram, please do look for the lower radiation mammograms. I don't necessarily have an issue with an ultrasound sonogram type device. They work on the pancreas. They work on different types of tissue. So I wouldn't necessarily have an issue with that. And you can also run, I wonder what the accuracy is on this, because it's different accuracy along the spectrum. And I'd have to relook this up. But the Grail test, the blood test, can actually look for many different forms of cancer in the body. I believe it's 50 different types. I've run it before, and it's part of our HPH, our High Performance Health anti-aging and longevity-based screening that we recommend as part of that plan every year. So you can find out more about High Performance Health at highperformancehealth.org. And I hope that was helpful, because that's what I recommend for my own family. They don't always take my advice. I wish they would, because I really don't think that yearly mammogram screening is all that great to get that much radiation. But everybody has to make their own decisions, and we all have to live with our decisions and always do what we would regret not doing. And that's always the recommendation I give as well. So hopefully that was helpful, Carol Ann. Thank you everybody for tuning in to today's show. I will be back tomorrow answering more of our Cabral House calls. Thanks so much for tuning into today's show. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure that you're getting our daily content, not missing out on anything functional medicine, wellness, weight gain, weight loss, anti-aging, living longer, stronger, and all of the most cutting-edge research. And if there's any topics you want to hear, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Take care.